Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Yom Ha'Atzmaut presentation of Israel, our home, our heart, our soul.
Today, we bring you a special presentation sure to light up your heart, bring a tear to your eye, and a smile to your face, as we reenact some of the most historic events that led to the creation of the State of Israel.
So sit back and relax as we take you in a magical time machine. Our first stop, July 11th, 1947, as the famous ship the Exodus is forced to return to Europe after reaching the shores of Palestine.
This is a newsflash. Today, July 11th, 1947, the SS Exodus, a ship carrying hundreds of Jewish immigrants from France to Palestine, is seized by the Royal British Navy. All passengers aboard are being held and turned away, forced to return to Europe.
I'm sorry, but this ship must turn around right now and return to where it came.
You can't do this, not after all we've been through.
What gives you the right? We traveled so far.
We belong here, we have papers.
That's not my concern. Now get back on that ship or you'll all be arrested and thrown in jail.
A more painful and difficult experience cannot be imagined for these weary people who are mostly Holocaust survivors trying to reach their homeland. How much more injustice must they endure?
Only months later, the UN would hold an historic vote to grant Israel statehood. But as you'll see, it wasn't so easy. Watch!
Those who are in favor will say yes. Those who are against will say no. And the abstainers know what to say. Afghanistan.
No.
Argentina.
Abstain.
Guatemala.
Yes.
Lebanon.
No.
Yugoslavia.
Abstain.
United Kingdom.
Abstain.
Philippines.
Yes.
United States.
Yes.
Venezuela.
Yes.
France.
Yes.
The resolution of the ad hoc committee was adopted by 33 votes, 13 against, 10 abstain.
The date is the 14th of May, 1948, the 5th day of Iyar, 5708. The place, Tel Aviv. Surrounded by his forming government, David Ben-Gurion formally declares the establishment of the State of Israel. Here's what it sounded like.
I shall now read to you the scroll of the establishment of the state which has passed its first reading by the National Council.
Let us accept the foundation scroll of the Jewish state by rising and reciting the She'echayanu prayer.
From Russia, Eastern Europe, and Romania, onto the shoulders of Mount Hermon.
Ani Israeli.
From Yemen and India to the Galilee.
Ani Israeli.
From fruitless Iran and Morocco, of North Africa to an orchard of lemons, oranges, and grapefruit.
Ani Israeli.
From a small cafe in the French Riviera to a cafe in Dizengoff, Tel Aviv.
Ani Israeli.
In nightly appearances on stages all over the world.
Ani Israeli.
When I'm filled with laughter and pride.
Ani Israeli. In the light of the holiday candles.
On days of call to duty or mourning.
At the sound of sirens, flute, or harp.
Ani Israeli. Ani Israeli. Ani Israeli.
The Jews of the new state of Israel were dancing because they were about to realize what was one of the most remarkable and inspiring achievements in human history.
A people which had been exiled from its homeland over 2,000 years before, which had endured countless tragedy, but which had refused to let go of its identity. A people which only a few years before had gone through the Holocaust. That people was returning home as citizens in their new independent state, the state of Israel.
On May 14, 1948, the ongoing unrest between Israel and the Arab states grew into a state conflict we all know as the War of Independence.
Did you hear we're going to war? It's time to declare our independence.
אבינו שבשמיים ברך את מדינת ישראל ואת כל החיילים השומרים על המדינה.
Ani
Here is why we are dedicated to protecting Israel with all our heart, all our soul, and all our strength.
Israel is a holy land, a gift from God.
The history of our past can be seen everywhere we turn.
Jerusalem, especially when the sun shines on Jerusalem stone.
Ben Yehuda Street, where everyone goes to be together and eat falafel. The beautiful mountains, desert, and the Dead Sea.
The Kotel, the Western Wall, Masada. Israel is a free nation where many religions are free to exist and be represented.
Israel is a place where people can pray and express themselves freely.
Israel is a place where you can feel God's presence.
We are all one family in Israel, and we will always protect each other and her right to exist.
The state of Israel shall live forever and will always resemble a beacon of hope to other nations. May God bless Eretz Israel and all who protect her. Am Yisrael Chai.
Kadima, set! Small, 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 yamin, small. Small, 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 yamin, small. Small, 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 yamin, small.
Within 5 years of the birth of the state, the population more than doubled.
At the same time, Israel's sovereignty was constantly threatened by the Arab states that surrounded it.
During this period, Israel accomplished some of the world's most greatest achievements in agriculture, archaeology, science, and the arts, all while defending itself against its neighbors, having lost and regained territories including the old city of Jerusalem.
On July 5th, 1950, the State of Israel passed the Law of Return. Its opening line read, "Every Jew has the right to immigrate to this country."
חוק השבות. כל יהודי הרוצה לחיות בישראל ולקבל תעודה עולה. Artists like Shimshon Bar-Noi wrote and recorded much of the popular music the early statehood Israeli pioneers enjoyed. Sit back and enjoy a medley of songs and dances of Israel's music of the 50s.
Perhaps my entire life has been but a dream.
O Kinere, my own, where you real or simply dreamed that I have dreamed?
ואולי לא היו הדברים מעולם, ואולי מעולם לא השכמתי שחר לגן לעובדו בזיעת אפיים. מעולם בימים ארוכים ויוקדים של קציר ממרומי עגלה עמוסת אלומות לא נתתי קולי בשיר. מעולם לא טהרתי ואת חלק שוקתה ובתום של כנרת שלי, של כנרת שלי, הוי כנרת שלי, הוי כנרת שלי, היא איתו חלמתי חלום של כנרת שלי, של כנרת שלי, הוי כנרת שלי, הוי כנרת שלי, היא איתו חלמתי חלום.
Composers like Leonard Bernstein composed music that was inspired by the creation of the State of Israel. Please welcome Daniel as he performs his own composition in honor of Israel. The sun sets into the sea, a light wind blows. Who dreams of thee on a bleak plateau?
Two lights in the night sky hint suddenly to me what say your eyes without telling it at all.
Comedy was also a very important part in early Israel, especially when there was little else to do. People would gather at clubs and cafes and listen to great comedians like Tzigan and Schumacher. If you were there one night, you might have heard this. Now please welcome Israel's greatest comedy team, Tzigan and Schumacher.
You have to forget you are my father. Here I am, your superior. We are both soldiers and you have to follow my commands. Hakshev, attention!
Now, Humke, when you want to shout at me, hold your tongue. When I was your age, you still need to wait 7 years to be born. Show your father some respect.
I'll do that at home. Here, when you hear Hakshev, you have to stand as straight as an arrow without batting an eye.
Oy vey, the egg's going to be smarter than the hens.
Father, you're laughing. I'll soon have you crying like a father.
Wasn't that great, folks? Now how about some more comedy, Israel style? Please welcome Tola and David.
What do you call whole wheat and bran matzah fortified with metamucil?
The brand name, of course, Let My People Go.
What do you call steak ordered by 10 Jews?
Filet mignon.
What did the waiter ask the group of dining Jewish mothers?
Is anything all right?
I'd love to stay, but I just flew in from Tel Aviv, and boy, are my arms tired.
Have a great day, everyone, and God bless.
And now our third comedy team of the evening. Please welcome Logan and Emma.
My doctor, he's a funny guy. He once gave a man 6 months to live. The man couldn't pay his bill, so the doctor gave him another 6 months. Then he calls Mrs. Cohen. He says, "Mrs. Cohen, your check came back." Mrs. Cohen answered, "So did my arthritis." My father's doctor once said, "You'll live to be 60. My dad said, I am 60. The doctor said, see, what did I tell ya? My mom says to the doctor, I have a ringing in my ear. The doctor said, don't answer it. Thanks, everybody. Let's hear a big round of applause for my good friend, Emma.
My mom. I love her so much. She's such a Jewish mother. The other day, a homeless person walks up to her and says, Lady, I haven't eaten in 3 days. She says, force yourself. Please welcome my friend Darius.
I just came back from Florida. I was there for a couple of weeks on business. 2 weeks, I tell ya. That's all. So I get back and I call home. I say, Mom, how are you? She says, not too good. I've been very weak. I say to her, that's not good. Why have you been weak? She says, because I haven't eaten in 2 weeks. I said to her, why haven't you eaten in 2 weeks? She says, because I didn't want my mouth to be full if you should call.
And now sit back and enjoy our Lila Lo dances as we bring the heart and soul of Israel to life in our wonderful dance medleys. Although our people continue to withstand disapproval from around the world, it never diminished Israel's spirit.
In fact, it strengthened our people's resolve to be a light upon their nation. Throughout history, our people have demonstrated their dedication to making this world a better place.
We have created some of the most important inventions and cures to illnesses that have made this world a healthier and better place to live.
Israel helps countries all over the world, supplying them with food, medicine, clothing, fuel, and more. Not because we have to, but because we know it is the right thing to do.
We always pray for a future full of peace and friendship, and may we all find ourselves next year in Jerusalem. Anu mishotim yad l'shalom.
want everyone to look up at the screen because we have a message that is coming to us from El Harizi, from our sixth graders who were there yesterday at school. This is the school, and we'll let you hear what the sixth graders did at their performance yesterday. That's Rabbi Yoshi playing the guitar on the left with them. And Malka Clement, Pam Kleiman, Josh Noble are there with them and sending all of their love to all of us. I am always awed by the talent of kids at Wise, but never more than this morning. Let's give a round of applause to our fourth grade.